Welcome back to the My Managed Career with Wrexham, and before we get into the first matchup, we've got to set up some scouting for the Youth Academy. We've had great success coming out of England and Wales, but as we've mentioned, now that Sean Harvey is taking over this side of the business, we'll have to go to him to determine what positions and what countries we'll be scouting here in the future. We have Sundberg available to be sent out for scouting Youth Academy potential players. What positions should we have him search for and what country? I think we should prioritise scouting positions where we likely need reinforcement in the near future, particularly considering upcoming transfers and our squad depth based on our current squad and future planning. Position 1, central midfield CM or CDM, with James Jones and Andy Cannon set to leave and a few of our current midfielders age in. It would be smart to have options coming through the Youth Academy. Position 2, fullback, left or right back. We have some promising young players, but with James McLean near retiring and Jacob Mendy leaving, finding a fullback with potential would be a solid move. As for location, we could look to Scandinavia, with countries like Sweden or Norway, since they have produced some strong, technically gifted players with solid work ethic and physical attributes. This might fit our play style and budget as well. What style, CM or CDM, should we go for? For our system, particularly with the 4-1-2-1-2 Gegenpress setup, we want midfielders who can contribute both defensively and offensively while maintaining a high level of energy. Here are two types of midfielders I suggest we target. Box-to-box midfielder, CM, attributes high stamina, work rate, tackling, passing and dribbling. They need to cover a lot of ground and contribute in both attack and defence. Role in our system, they would help in transition the ball quickly from defence to attack. Supporting our counter-attack style, they would also add a goal threat with late runs into the box. Ideal player profile, someone in the mould of Jude Bellingham, dynamic, energetic and capable of contributing on both ends of the pitch. Deep line playmaker, CDM. Attributes, excellent vision, passing range, position and composure on the ball, strong tactical awareness and the ability to break up the play with interceptions rather than physical challenge. Role in our system, they would sit deeper, dictate the tempo, help the ball retention and distribute long passes to launch counter-attack. Defensively, they should be good at reading the game and breaking up the opposing attack. Ideal player profile, think someone like Declan Rice, able to control the game from deep while being defensively solid. And there you have it. Sean Harvey has spoken. He wants a Scandinavian, either Norway or Sweden. He wants a centre defensive mid or CM. And I think what we'll look to do is potentially go Norway. Potentially could we get a Martin Odegaard for Wrexham? That would be phenomenal. Obviously, fantastic centre midfielder. And if we can get a centre defensive mid as well, that would be fantastic. But obviously we run with the two centre midfield positions. So ideally, could we get a Martin Odegaard out of Norway? That would be absolutely fantastic. So we will go the CM, the CDM. It does allow us to pick up to 4 positions, but we will only go the 2 on this one. And with the 3 focus roles that we'll go box to box and deep line playmaker as CMs. And then deep line playmaker as a CDM. So if we can get someone who can combine a CDM role and a CM role, that could be, the ideal position or player that we can get out of that position. But let's jump into the first match of the episode, and it will be against Leighton. They're currently in 19th position. They're not on a good run at the moment, losing 4 of their last 5 matches. They haven't won one yet, and they're up against Paul Mullen. 28 goals so far in League One. What a phenomenal season he has had, and I'm excited to see what he can potentially do up front. He's got Jones with him, obviously the new recruit coming through in January. He's been phenomenal as well. And then we've also got Mofal and Marriott, who's sitting on the bench at the moment. So we've got a lot of options when it comes to the front 2. But talk about defence at the moment. Clearworth, Brunt, Barnett and McLean. We've only conceded 10 goals. But while that backline is phenomenal, we cannot forget about Okonkwo. He has been absolutely dynamic between the posts. Saving whatever's been shot at him. He has definitely been a massive signing this season. Obviously, we got him on loan last season from Arsenal. And now he's here to stay at Wrexham. And hopefully we can keep him here long term. Looking at the lineup, Bolton will get the starting position on the right hand side, giving Barnett a game to rest, and Gustafson's getting the opportunity in the midfield. We've obviously been talking about him potentially taking that midfield position, but over the last couple of matches I've kind of felt like he's been a little bit sluggish and his passing hasn't been as good as you'd like. He's with the ball here at the moment. Back to Just here. Going down the middle. Nice play there by Just. Beautiful ball down to Mullen. Straight to Ricky Jones. Jones on the inside. Oh, what a goal there by Jones. 6th of the season. He absolutely wrong-footed that defender. Unsure who it was. But he got a nice ball there from Mullen. And he absolutely broke his ankles here. Cooper left doing a 360 on the spot. Jones with the goal to open this one up 7 minutes in against Leighton. What a start. Exactly why we got him in here in the transfer window. He's definitely going to be a superstar for us if he continues with this momentum. Ball across here. Jones, unfortunately, is going to be offside on that one. Just trying to push down here. Ball into the box. Underneath it, McLean. Nice play. Mullen with the ball. Down to Jones. But unfortunately, defence takes his feet out. McLean's on the wrong side here. Clearworth sliding across, and that's great defensive play there by him. Gutherson with the ball at the moment to Just. Down to Rathbone, who's got a bit of space and pace. Nice ball down to Jones. Steps on the inside. Little chip over the top. But unfortunately, defender gets ahead to it. Just gets the ball back here. Gutherson with it. Through to Mullen, but he's flat-footed. Ball into the middle. Counter-attack here by Leighton. Brunt sliding across. Ball back into the middle of the field. Gutherson's going to have to get back a bit. McLean, unfortunately, out of position. Ball into the box here. Clearworth with the block. Nice attempt. Conquo needs to get back in between the posts. Rathbone pushing up. Bolton. Saved there by Conquo. And McLean with the block shot. We're lucky on that one. He does get the ball back here. Down to Gutherson. Doesn't have the pace, so he gives it to someone a little bit quicker. Tries to get the ball through the gap there, but Simpson cuts it off. Ball into the middle. Dobson sliding back here. McLean's out of position. Into the corner here. McLean's recovered. Unfortunately misses on that one. Ball on the outside of the box here. Donnelly. Nice play there, Dobson, but he kicks it straight into the attacker. And Okonkwo with another beautiful save. It's been all defence at the moment, and Okonkwo's been phenomenal between the posts. Brown's coming short here for Leighton. We've got Bolton pushing up, same with Just. And Mullen cuts it off. Nice play there by him, gets on the outside of the defender. Now looking at the stats for the season, there we have it. Goals this season, you've got Paul Mullen 39, with Marriott in the close second with 25. And then with assists, Marriott tops the table with 16 at the moment. So phenomenal results. That is our top 5 so far this season. And it's good to see, Eliza Just in there as well as Jones. 2 guys that we only picked up in January have already broken into the top 5, either on goals or assists. That is phenomenal. Just with the ball at the moment, down to Rathbone. Unfortunately, the pass wasn't good there. And that's going to be it going into the half. But we got that 1 point advantage. But as mentioned in Eliza Just, Jones, both been phenomenal since we got them in January. Probably the ones that have been a little bit disappointing has been Gutherson and Morel. 2 guys that we got in the free agency. Passing wise, I thought they would be a little bit better. They obviously don't have the pace or the agility. So that's their attribute, but it really hasn't been that much better than, say, a Just or a Rathbone. So we'll keep trialling them, see how they are. But we might need to look to make a change in that position. Maybe the signings won't work for next season, and it's potentially time to look at other options in the middle. We'll continue with it now, though. Dobson with the penalty. One thing to consider as well is we've got a lot of players coming through in the centre midfield position through the youth academy. We did obviously get Dominic Russell, who was potentially going to be, a superstar of the future, where Arsenal came in and, snagged him up early. But he's not the only one that we've kind of picked up in that scouting report out of England. So we might get another one that we could potentially move to the senior squad and look to develop them ready for next season. So a few things to consider. Obviously, Won't have a lot of money going into next season, so we need to keep utilising what we do have at our disposal, and that is the Youth Academy. Rathbone currently with an injury. Nice ball through to Just, but unfortunately defence slides across and cuts him off in the last second. There was a good play there by Jones and Just. And Leighton currently with the break here. Brunt sliding across. Can he get in front? Will chip over the top, and it's going to be a little bit too high and too far over the back line. Substitution here for Leighton with Perkins coming on. We will do a switch out ourselves, and that will bring on Elliot Lee for Elijah Just in that cam position. Clearworth with the ball down to Brunt, down to Gutherson. Nice pass down to Mullen, that's what we want to see. Tries to get the ball through to Jones, unable to do so, but it does get out to Rathbone. Back into Elliot Lee, shot but blocked. Again, defence comes up strong there. O'Neill with the ball at the moment. Rathbone, nice defensive play there by him. Gets the steal. Crosses it into the box here. Mullen underneath. Lee fighting for it. Mullen with the ball, but he's going to be tripped up here. Aggressive play there by the captain. Simpson, unfortunately, taking the legs out of Mullen. Have a look at that. Was it out of frustration? I'm not too sure, but Mullen's got the opportunity to give us that 2-point advantage here in the 75th minute. And what a shot there. Keeper doesn't even move. He was in cement on that one. And that is Mullen's 40th of the season. What a run of form he has been in. Keeper eyeing it off. He knows which way it's going. He takes a couple of steps and he just can't get across. Second goal for this one, and we're in the 76th minute. We've got that 2-point advantage. Ball here with McLean at the moment, down to Gutherson. Again, poor pass out of there, but Lee does get the steal. Nice defensive play there by him. Gutherson sliding across. Ball into the middle. Nice play there by McLean, but again, doesn't clean up the scraps. Ball across there, that was a nice play there by Leighton. But Bolton with the ball at the moment, down to Rathbone, defensively taking his legs out on that one. No penalty though. Thought it would have at least been a yellow. We'll chip over the top here to Rathbone. We'll chip over here to Jones. Can he keep it in? Does well. Back to Mullen. Kidding me. Very close to being his second in the match, and absolutely would have cemented this victory with that goal. Gets himself in a good spot. Unfortunately, unable to get a clean shot on that one. We will do a switch out here with Scar coming on for Clearworth to round out the rest of the match. Not a huge amount of time left, but we do not want Clearworth to get an injury this late in the match. They've also made a switch themselves with Warrington coming on for Brown. McLean with the ball here, down to Scar, down to Rathbone. Tries to get it through to Lee, unable to do so. Does get a clean ball to him this time, but he does lose it, unfortunately. Scar pushing up. Ball behind him at the moment. Brunt's going to have to slide. They do settle it back here. Leighton puts it out on the wing. We now are in extra time. O'Neill with the ball. Bolton trying to push up, staying aggressive. Missed 2 tackle attempts, but gets him on the third. Nice play there by him. Corner to round out this one. Can we keep the clean sheet here, away from home? Ball into the middle. Mullen clears it out, and that should be it. So we do pick up the victory here, 2-0 against Leighton, but they were definitely in attack in the first half. Okonkwo with some fantastic saves to keep this game nil and a clean sheet. And also that back line of Brunt, Clearworth, McLean and Bolton all played their parts as well. Attack-wise, a little bit clunky here and there. As mentioned, we'll continue with Gutherson. We'll give him the opportunity and potentially look to make some changes if that doesn't work out the way we want it to work out. Looking at the match, we got a 55-45 split on possession, and Jones was our man of the match with a 9.8. Huddersfield also picked up the victory 2-0 against Stevenage, so that's a big one for them. We do have Dobson and Barnett both coming into the office for a chat. Dobson, happy with the game time. We're proud of what he can achieve out there on the field, being instrumental. And Barnett obviously had a game to rest. We'll bring him back into the starting lineup because he has been a pivotal part of our defensive line. We are against Lincoln here in the League One. They're 14th position at the moment. They've won 3 of their last 5 matches, and they're going to be a tough opponent, I'm sure. The good thing is we are here at the racecourse against Lincoln, so we're in front of our home fans, and we currently continue the momentum where we haven't lost a match this season. That is phenomenal to think of. We have won 29 and drawn 3. Now, while we've got a bit of a lead on second position at the moment, we do not want to count our chickens before they hatch. We will be trialling some plays in this match as well against Lincoln, being that we are, versing a team that is in 14th position, and that will be the debut of Dylan Griffiths on the left back position. Scar will come into the starting lineup with Clearworth moving to the bench, so that's another change that we've looked to do in that. Looking in the midfield, we've obviously got Rathbone, we've got Just, who will be in there as well. But we will bring in Joe Morrell on the left centre mid, and Gustafson will play the centre defensive mid position on this one. Mo Fowl and Jones will be playing up front, and Mullen has moved to the bench. So a big change in the squad. We obviously have gone with this one to kind of give a few guys a bit of game time, as well as see new combinations and what we can kind of achieve with this play style. Gustafson obviously moving back into his centre defensive mid preferred position. Obviously Dobson's got that number 1 spot, so that's why we're trialling Gustafson in the centre mid position. But things to consider, that's for sure, because he is a quality player. Barnett with the ball here, crossing into the box, over the top. Mo Fowl off the top bar, but he finds it in the end. 4th goal of the season. The first one hits the top bar, the second one finds the net, and Mo Fowl scores the first here in front of the home fans at the racecourse. A nice cross here by Barnett, but unfortunately just a little bit too much power on the first one, bounced off the top, but a quick reaction gets it on the second. We get the lead very early on here, 9 minutes into the first half. 1-0 here at the racecourse. Defensive pressure here by Just, Morrell and Jones. Jones sliding across here. Same with Just, pushing up, but unfortunately can't get a foot around it. Ball goes wide here. Morrell, Griffiths, obviously Youth Academy graduate, in there as well. Mo Fowl with the steal, beautiful play and pressure, sets himself. That was risky. Absolutely just taps it in past the keeper. Going for the big shot would have been a more ideal situation there. He gets the steal. The back line being a little bit too overzealous with their passing. And Mo Fowl picks up his second at the 17th minute. Fantastic play by him. Exactly what we want from players coming off the bench, or normally playing from the bench. Here's an opportunity for them to shine. Ball into the middle there, but it wasn't the cleanest pass. Barnett sliding down here at the moment, defensively trying to put some pressure on. Rathbone trying to play aggressive, same with Just. Barnett's going to have to push down, Moylan with it at the moment. Just sliding across. Pressure there by Jones, beautiful play. He's got Fowl in the middle, gets it, sets himself, and he gets his hat-trick, his first of his career here at Wrexham. 6th of the season. What a first half of football for Mo Fowl. He almost lost a little bit of control on that ball when Jones passed it into the box. He had no one around him. But I think the nerves of potentially scoring his hat-trick got to him. We're lucky the keeper didn't push out. We're up 3-0 here, 28 minutes into the first. Rathbone pushing down, same with Just. Lincoln's got an interesting play style at the moment. A lot of passing along the back and middle field at the moment. Definitely works in our favour. Obviously, we're aggressive with our front line. And if we can make them have a mistake, we'll obviously counter-attack straight away. Ball across here. Morel unable to get underneath it. Ball down to Gutherson. Across to Rathbone. Gets the ball around to Jones. Sets himself. Oh, what a goal there by Jones. And we are 4 goals in the first half here. Rathbone to Jones. That's a combination we like to say often, that's for sure. They have worked well together on this right-hand side. Nice pass. Sets himself. And a Travella straight into the side net. 4 goals here early on. Absolutely stunning the fans of Lincoln. Griffiths pushing up here. Trying to put some pressure on. He'll chip over the top, but it's going to be too heavy. We've obviously had 5 attempts on the goals and scored 4, so it's a good conversion at the moment. Ball down to Just. Settling himself down to Foul. Steps back on the inside. Jones with the ball. Oh, you're kidding me. Just before the half break, we have scored 5 goals. We have completely overhauled the squad here in this match to give these guys an opportunity, and they have taken that opportunity and ran with it. Mo Foul, Jones, what a combination. Mo Foul on a hat-trick, Jones on a double. Can we get 2 hat-tricks in one match? We've got a full second half here. It could happen. Or can Lincoln come out and really defend? Can they show some heart here in the second half? We will find out very soon. But Foul, phenomenal match so far. 4 attempts, 3 goals. He could not ask for a better start to this one. Barnett sliding across at the moment. They're probably going to play conservative because scoring 5 goals to try and recoup this trailing thing. Oh, that's risky. Ball goes back and he almost puts it into the goals. Jeffers with the ball at the moment, just trying to push down, stay aggressive on it. Almost gets the ball before the pass. Barnett's going to have to push down as well. Ball back to the keeper. Holding it down the right-hand side. The likelihood of them coming back from a 5-0 disadvantage here in the second. They're playing very conservative, that's for sure. Obviously don't want to make too big a mistake and potentially give up another goal. Moylan with the ball at the moment, then Barnett with the nice steal, but that's a poor pass there from Barnett. Ball back here. Barnett misses on that one. Moylan with the ball. Defensively, Jones sliding across, same with Rathbone. Scar's going to have come up defensively, doesn't get across. Passes at the moment are just getting away before we can get a foot to it. And the ball goes out. At the moment, Mullen, 40 goals for the season. What a phenomenal run he's been on. But Jones is starting to climb that ladder with the goals he scored. And Just as well. What a phenomenal result he's had since joining in January. 11 assists, which is absolutely phenomenal to be in such a short window. Foul with almost his 4th goal there. Our first real attempt here in the second half. We will do a switch out here with Elijah Just going off for Elliot Lee. That's to give that game time to Lee, who's been a big contributor to this squad. Obviously has moved to more of a reserve position with obviously the recent signings, and Elijah being absolutely phenomenal in that cam position. Rathbone sliding across here. Should be able to get the ball with the throw in. Ball down to him at the moment. Back to Barnett. Defence sliding across. Gets it Rathbone. Gutherson. But unfortunately the passing. It has been disappointing to say the least. Gutherson not living up to what we want, that's for sure. Brunt's going to have to slide across here. Nice defensive play by him, but they keep the ball here for Lincoln. Morel, who's been very quiet, pushing across at the moment. Supporting the Youth Academy play. That's a nice defensive play there by Dylan Griffiths. Morel, unfortunately the pass wasn't the cleanest. And he's picked up an injury here. Hopefully he can run it off. Defensively pushing up here, Jackson. O'Connor. Trying to put some pressure on here. Foul. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, that was almost a massive mistake there by the keeper. Oh, that would have been absolutely disastrous here for Lincoln. Ball to Lee here. Through to Jones. Takes a shot. Oh, could have got his hat-trick just before the end of the match. We've still got an opportunity here, potentially. Gutherson down to Rathbone, but unfortunately gives the ball away. And that's going to be it. We don't pick up the double hat-trick, but we do pick up the victory 5-0. And this man here was phenomenal in the first half. 5 attempts, 3 goals. Definitely took his opportunity to show what he can do here in front of the home fans. What a great result from him. A 29-71 split on possession and 10 out of 10 performance from the front two, with Barnett a 9.1. Huddersfield do lose to Rotherham United, so that's a big loss for them. We are against the Brewers, who are currently winless in their last 5 matches with 4 draws and 1 loss. Can we continue that run of rhythm for them and pick up a victory? We will go with the new squad here. Obviously, we trialled those guys in the last match, bringing in some of the guys that sit on our fringe. Obviously, it worked phenomenally well for us. We scored 5 goals, but in this one, we will do some changes and bring players back into the squad, and that will be Mullen coming in up front, Gufferson moving back into the centre mid position, Dobson taking the centre defensive mid, and then Brunt, Clearworth, Barnett and McLean in the back line. Jones holds down that right striker position, and Rathbone as well in the right centre mid position. Clearworth's going to have to slide across here. Nice defensive play, puts some pressure on, but it's going to be a penalty. Got to make sure it's not a quick play of the ball. Bennett with it at the moment, and they don't play it quickly. Ball into the box here. Chip over the top, Clearworth underneath it. Nice play. Gutherson comes up defensively there. Ball out to Jones. He's got Mullen on the inside, slows the play down. Back to Mullen. Kind of needs someone to run with him. He's flat-footed, and unfortunately the play breaks down. Gufferson miscues on that defensively, and the ball goes over the outside. Ball down here to McLean, to Gufferson, into down to Rathbone. Settles himself. Jones here at the moment. He's got defence all over his back. Down to Gutherson, back to Sets himself, shot. But it's going to be a block there by the defensive line. He's definitely got a little bit more confidence. He's been a little bit more willing to take a shot, which is great to see. We're obviously developing him as a shadow striker, so it'd be good to see him score a couple more goals throughout this series. Barnett here with the ball. Gets the ball out to Rathbone. Sets himself. He's got Jones with a nice ball down to him. Will chip over the top to Mullen. Clean ball. Mullen. What a goal. And Jones with a beautiful little cross into the box there. Chip over the top of the back line. And then Mullen running a perfect line there, just onside. Traps the ball nicely and finds the net past the keeper. A great goal there for Mullen, but a nice play of the ball down the right-hand side. Rathbone and Jones combine. McLean defensively comes up there. Gustafson's going to have to slide across. Unfortunately, defensively, again, not the best play there by him. Ball into the box, but not the best shot there. Feels like I could be too critical of Gufferson at the moment, but he is our marquee signing. That's a poor pass there by Brunt. Conco with an easy save on that one. But Gufferson, he is our marquee sign, and he is our best player in the squad stat-wise. Obviously costs us a bit more money than the other players on a weekly wage, so you expect him to perform to that dollar. Obviously we don't have a lot of money, so we're paying big dollars for someone who hasn't really contributed as much as we'd like. Morell's another one as well that we got in on a free agency signing, but he hasn't really performed the way we'd like as well. So it hasn't been all success when it comes to recruitment. I think probably the best one we've got so far has been Jones, but shot there by Rathbone. Sorry, Barnett, not Rathbone. That was a nice play there by him. Probably the best signing we've had off the free agency has to be Elijah Just. He's been phenomenal for us. And then best transfer, obviously Jones, being that we've only really done one for that one. But regardless, I think he would have been our best. He's been great since coming to the club. Youth Academy-wise, obviously still trialling a couple of players, still looking at options. Just here with a nice pass there, but unfortunately cut off there by the defender. Gufson back to Just. Jones here with the ball. Down to Rathbone, shot over the top, but it's going to be blocked there on the way through. Talk about Youth Academy players. We've obviously had Dominic Russell that's departed. Got plenty of players that are on the fringe of 60%, which I think once the next player gets over 60%, we potentially move them to the starting senior squad, depending on what Sean Harvey determines, being that we'll have to go to him and ask the question, can we do it? But if they do get over 60, I think the option potentially to bring them across, especially if they're over 17 years of age, see what they can potentially do. And if it doesn't work out for us, then we potentially move them on and then look to keep building from there. But I'm sure we're going to get another superstar through that Youth Academy. Nice pass through here to Mullen. Into the box here. And it just goes wide. Are you kidding me? He, every day of the week, would score that goal. But at the moment, he puts it to the left. And we're unable to pick up that 2-point advantage. Bolton coming on here for Barnett. While everything points to us being promoted 100% by the run of form that we've been on, it is about, the next few episodes and obviously the matches that we'll be playing is finding out what combination we need for the next league. We're going up to the Championship League. It is another element of difficulty. We obviously got a squad that can compete. We're beating, Premier League squads with Southampton. We've obviously beat Middlesbrough as well, so we definitely can compete here. Mullen with the ball here, down the middle, takes another shot opportunity, but unfortunately on that one. But talking about what we potentially need to do over the next few episodes is trial these combinations. Let's win the trophy and then potentially look at what we need to do in the middle of the field. I'm just not entirely convinced of Gufferson. We'll obviously continue with him, give him the opportunity because, he is our best player. Beautiful pass through to Mullen. He's not going to miss that one. That's a fantastic goal there for his 42nd of the season. But Morel, I think we'll just give sporadic game time to. If he doesn't want to take a lesser role, we might potentially go to Sean Harvey and say, what are we going to do with him? Do we transfer him? What happens? And then Gufson is the other one that we need to, consider what's going on. We've also got Elliot Lee, who's sitting on the bench at the moment. Does he come back into the starting lineup? So we've got that option, all Youth Academy. Plenty of things to consider, that's for sure. Which I'm excited to see what we can potentially put together when it comes to next season. But that's enough about next season. We've still got this season to go. And that's a poor cross there. Absolutely caught in the wind and flew over the sideline. Rathbone with the throw in. Ball down to Just. Down to Gufson. Over to McLean here. Does have Mullen inside. Unfortunately couldn't get the ball across there to Jones. We should have passed it a little bit earlier there by McLean. Ball down to Gutherson. Taps it on to Clearworth. Down to Rathbone. Down to Just here. Defensively, legs taken out. Dobson here, back to Just. Takes a shot. Unfortunately, saved there by the keeper once again. We will do a switch out here, 77th minute. We will bring on Elliot Lee here for Elijah Just. He was pretty good when he came on last time. Corner here. The keeper's going to get across. Short pass, it looks like, over the top of Jones. Now the Brewers attack down the right-hand side. Brunt should be able to clean that up easily. Ball down to Rathbone. Down to Dobson. Long ball down to Gutherson. He's got Mullen. Great ball to him. Shot. But blocked there by the keeper. Just here. Sorry, Lee there. Getting mistaken with the blue boots. Dobson. Down to Rathbone. Down to Just. Through to Bolton. Shot attempt. That's just wide. Switch out here for the Brewers. Sweeney coming on for Goodwin. Watch the short pass here. Sweeney almost got it there with Mullen. That would have been fantastic if we could. He would have definitely scored in that position. The ball's going to go wide here. We should be able to cut it off, and we do. Dobson, nice play. Ball down to Rathbone. Nice long ball down Jones to Mullen. Shot attempt, but unfortunately not the cleanest on that one. But we do pick up the victory here, 2-0. So another clean sheet away from home for Okonkwo. And obviously vital 3 points for our campaign. Looking at the match stats, we got a 46-54 split on possession. And Rathbone was our man of the match on a 10 out of 10 performance. Looking at that, Leighton has beaten Huddersfield 2-0. They are on an absolute slide at the moment. But looking at the stats so far in League One, Mullen leads the charge with 31 goals in 32 appearances. And Jack Marriott is 22 goals on 27, so in third position. Looking at the assists, we top the ladder with 15 for Rathbone, 13 for Lee, and 13 for Marriott. So all three of them massive contributors. And at Okonkwo, 26 clean sheets out of 34 appearances. Absolutely phenomenal between the posts. But that's going to be it for this episode. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new around here and want to catch the series, hit that subscribe. And for those that have missed the episodes, in the middle of the screen will be the playlist. Thanks for watching.